Education for all, art for all, and cultural heritage for all. So as we have been in this conference and we're speaking about the evolution or revolution of new transforming of technology, and how do we then give this impact to our young people or to our children through technology when it comes to art and culture. So already technology is part of art because it's design. And when we talk about filming, it's already part and parcel of art and design. So it is very good that if we are talking about technology, it's for us to be then able to go back to our roots, to our mothers and fathers and the experts, and then do digital documentaries about how do we teach our arts or how do we transform our craft and arts into our children. Because today's children, their mindset is technology. A child will spend many hours on a technology, on a cell phone. You understand? So they woke up in the morning without greeting their mother and their fathers. But first thing they touch is that technology. It becomes like an addiction to their children. So for us to be able to make the young generation and the children active to education is when we bring what we see within the children development. And that is one of them. So music, if you teach education like mathematics, imagine yourself making a song of mathematics where you sing 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4, but it's a song because they take more from hearing, no more like doing, because the generation is changing. I came from the generation where I was taught by my grandmother there was no literature. We were not writing, but we have memories. Because in African, as been seen, we are good by taking memories because we have a very good subconscious when it comes to that. And most of the people, when we speak even today here, you might say that they read, yes, but those who hear from the forefathers or from their mothers still have that memories because there is a voice within. So if technology comes in that sense, where we teach through digital, and then children are in the classroom and they hear it from a digital, because they will then recognize, even remember the video, or they remember that documentary of the learning process. So, and then we have to recognize how are we going to do the intellectual property. Because when it comes to technology and you come to me as an artist and you come to take a film or documentary how I'm teaching, where is the intellectual property going? Because when it comes to educational material, they say you cannot be paid. But how is that man or that old woman or a man in the village, the expert, going to be getting some fund for a survival? So we have to think about that also, because that's the copyright of that person. So also, how does we then recognize the aspect of artists within the prior learning? Because NTA did not yet have that. So how do you bring then the expert artist, the craftsman, the sculptureman, the jewelry maker, the fashion maker, who have the skills and the talent into the system of school, if the NTA itself does not have that assessment to assess artists, but they have for plumber, for engineering, for constructions, building, you understand? Vocational people have get it. So in that manner is that it was a good talk, but I always say, will it be the communication to communicate with people? Because talk is talk, but as African, to be always feedback to our people. So when we speak about sports as well, are we speaking about the sports that is alien sports that we've inherited for all these years, or are we trying to see the traditional sports that were deleted into our society? We have traditional sports. On Jubu, we have that. I look at the San people when it comes to this sport of arrow shooting. Are they involved in that competition? And they are the master. You see, so when we speak about indigenous knowledge, we must not speak looking at the qualification, looking at the intellectual properties, mindset people. We must also look from the gifted and the craftsmanship of any individual.
Yeah,